Team, what's up? Let's go. We are back at the track. Very excited to be here. Haven't been at a track for probably like 2 years. So it's been a long time. But we're gonna get into a high intensity speed session today. And then afterwards we'll head to the gym, crush some legs. So it's gonna be a big day of training, especially for the legs. But an exciting week. It's 16 weeks until Gold Coast Marathon. So I'm gonna get back on the weekly vlogs, just taking you guys through obviously training, preparation for the marathon, business, work, life. Things have been pretty hectic here in Dubai, but yeah, there's still a lot of work left to get done. So this morning we've got a 2K warm up. I've already warmed up, so we'll be getting stuck straight in after this. And this session today is going to be 6 rounds of 800 meters with a 90-second just standing rest. So I'll see how I go for the first 3, and yeah, if I'm feeling good, I'll put my foot down for the last 3 and try and hit some top speed. Then we'll cool down with 2Ks just to close off this session, and then we'll head over to the gym and crush some legs. So feeling good this morning because I haven't trained legs yet this week, so I'm feeling quite fresh. Usually I train legs at the start of the week and do my speed session at the start of the week. So yeah, we'll see how today goes, but yeah, ready to get stuck in. Let's go. Yeah, we're cooking now. On my last rep now. Probably only gonna manage 5. Thank you, brother. Probably only gonna manage 5. I went out super hard for the first 2. I'm just trying to maintain that pace. Just to understand where my threshold is at the moment. Like, I'm probably gonna rest 2 minutes here instead of 90, and then just do 5 reps. Because that last set, man, that was tough. I was gonna give out. I came in at 230 for the first 4 reps, 250 now, so slowing down a little bit, but there's no point in overdoing it if you're just not there yet. Again, we've got 16 weeks of this shit, like the race isn't in the next couple of weeks, so plenty of time. That's where you gotta be a little bit more strategic with how much effort, intensity you are pushing, because it's only gonna make me have to recover so much longer over the next few days. Plus, we're gonna dominate legs after this. So, 1 more rep, cool down, and then that's us. Down, going super quick. I think 3:05 pace. About to do my 3rd set now. Try and hold and maintain that, and then we only got 3 more. But yeah, there's no time to fuck around now. 16 weeks till GC. I've got a lot of work to do if I want to come for a sub 250 mara. So I'm going to knock off 15 minutes from my PB last year in Sydney. I'm also going to drop some size.
It's too big.
Too jacked. Get fatigued really quick. 20 seconds. We actually just got told we can't film, so we're using an iPhone now. Ridiculous. 10. Righto team, let's do it. We've just quickly come to the gym now. Gonna pump some legs. So solid running session this morning. We got 5 out of 6 reps done. I ended up just calling it short, 1 rep, just because I think I just went too hard early on in those first 2 reps. So my times for the 800s, first set was 308, then 310, then 320, then 330, and then set number 5 was 340. So I was progressively getting slower and slower. And for me, that is going to be a really good session that I revisit probably every 2 to maybe 4 weeks. Because that session right there, I went as hard as I could and just found out where my threshold was at, right? I couldn't keep up that same pace for the first 2 reps and I was gassing out. And obviously towards the end of that session, set number 5, there was a 30-second difference. So there was no point pushing it for another rep. Better just to call it there. Yeah, save a bit of fuel for this session here with legs. So today I'm gonna be running through just my compounds, deadlift, barbell back squat, get some leg extensions, hamstring curls, might do some abs as well, just to really gas out the legs. And then that's pretty much it for today. Every time before I do my legs, I need to work so hard with just loosening them up. They're pretty good now. Obviously just finished a run, so I'm pretty loose and ready to go. But usually before my leg day, I need to warm up for about 30 minutes and just to release my groins, my hips. Otherwise I can't squat, I'm super stiff. So I'll take you through my warm up that I get stuck into before we hit barbell back squats. But really it's just about opening my groins. Okay, so this Cossack squat for me is how I keep my hips super strong for when I'm running and squatting. This is something that I could never do a few years ago because I was so tight, stiff in my hips, especially when I was playing rugby. I would always get injured because my hips and my groins were just so weak. So now I do it religiously every single day. And I just practice just getting into a nice deep squat and just holding it there. Again, this is something that I could never do years ago. Being able to progress with certain things, it's just putting your body in that position and getting your body used to sitting in uncomfortable positions. That's ultimately how I was able to release a lot of tension and fascia in my hips just to like relax. Especially if I'm going to be doing marathons until I'm 80 years old. Mobility is something that I really need to work on. So, one thing about me, like, I go as hard as I possibly can almost all the fucking time. And that speed session today, for really the start of my 16-week block, that's a prime example, right? I definitely went harder than I needed to go on those first few reps. But I think for me, I always just go almost until things break, right? I want to go as hard as I possibly can just to see where I'm at. And that's quite a common theme with a lot of my goals, like business goals, work goals, training goals. I go full tilt until something breaks because then I actually see and find out and figure out where I'm at. So as I was saying before, that session that we did this morning, I want to try and hit that again maybe in 3 or 4 weeks' time and just try and sit all 6 reps on about 320 pace. I think that's going to be the sweet spot for me in the next few weeks. But yeah, enough yapping. Let's get stuck into lifting some tin. Okay, first warm-up set. Let's fucking get it. Okay, so set number 1, 100 kgs. Probably just go to maybe 140 today. So 3 plates, see how we go. But I was just thinking before, right? If you're going for some goals, like let's say a marathon or something like that, it doesn't even have to be a marathon, could be a fat loss goal, could be a business goal, could be a life goal, whatever it is. Don't get derailed by one small thing. An example of that is this morning's session, right? Wasn't the ideal session. Pulled out with 1 set to go just because I'm not there yet. But I'm not letting that derail me moving into this session or moving into this week, because I know I've still got plenty of fucking time, and I also know that one tiny session isn't what's gonna get me to that end goal. Just like in business, just like in life, I think the best skill that you could have is being able to just come back as quickly as possible, not let things derail you, drain your energy, get upset about shit. That often drags off into so many other things, right? So an example of that is me getting to the gym now and focusing on this session right now. That's all that matters, like this quality session, and not letting a missed session or a missed opportunity let it derail me and defocus me for the entire week. Because I know a lot of people do suffer from that. And I know a lot of people do have high expectations for themselves. I do as well, but you can't let small things derail you, take your energy, because that's when you complain about shit, you bitch, you moan, you're not focused, and you're not winning when you're like that. So the best thing, get back to the drawing board, get back focused, and come back again tomorrow. Let's go. Ooh, okay. And that lesson's the same for business as well. Trust me, I've learnt a fuckload about myself, about business, the past probably 12 to 24 months. And one of them is being way less emotional to things. Because when you remove the emotion, you can automatically just focus on what's important. For me, I struggled with being too emotional with decisions, being too emotional with setbacks. It would just drain my energy because you're thinking about all this shit that's made up in your head, when instead you gotta focus on leaving some shit behind, letting go, and focusing on what you need to work on to move forward. You honestly find that training, building a physique, pushing marathon goals, building a business, grinding, it's all the same shit. Same lessons apply. Let's go, fuckers. 140. We'll see how we go with this. Try and get 8. Should be able to get 8. And yeah, I think for me, biggest tips for squatting, something I struggled with a lot, just because I had terrible hips. Like I couldn't even get down into like this. So when you strengthen up your groins and your hips and you have a lot more mobility there, and you just force your body to sit in these uncomfortable positions, that's when you're able to progress. But for me, my ankle mobility is terrible. That's why I've got my heels elevated. I honestly believe probably everyone needs to have some sort of heel elevation because it's going to allow you to get much deeper. You're going to be able to get a lot better knee flexion. And yeah, the upper body is really important as well to make sure everything is nice and tight. So for me, I actually have a low bar squat. So I hold the bar quite low. It's not up on my traps. It's right up against my mid traps, I'll say. but you just got to test what works for you. Everyone's biomechanics are a lot different as well. And you can only test by fucking doing it. So I used to neglect squats a lot, especially when I was playing rugby, and I suffered from it because I just wasn't getting better. So it's only when you stop, it's only when you do the things that you know you should be doing, it's when you get better at it. So let's go for 8 reps here. See what these legs got after. Come on, you fucker. Woo. Yes, sir. That's not bad after cutting the track. Let's go. Honestly, there won't be many guys that could do a 200 kg squat and a sub 3 mara, but I'm gonna be one of them. Let's go. Okay, second compound, squats are done. Deadlifts now. I'll be honest, I first started doing deadlifts 4 weeks ago. Seriously, never did deadlifts. Again, taking back to my rugby days, my S&C coaches would tell me not to squat, no deadlifts, because my hips were so stiff and tight. Terrible coaching from them because they actually didn't progress me. They just told me not to squat, not to do deadlifts because I don't want you to get injured, because I would always tear my hamstring. But ultimately, I just paid the price for that long term because my squat ability never progressed, same as my deadlift. And no wonder why I kept running into injuries when I was like 18, 19, 20, 22. That's why I had to stop playing rugby. So doing deadlifts now is a staple for me because my lower back is probably the weakest part of my physique, because I've never really been doing a lot of deadlifts or just lifting heavy shit off the ground. I'm very strong, right? I can pick shit up off the ground, but in terms of making that a strength of mine, that's a big goal, especially throughout this marathon block. I want to keep these staples in my program, because if these weak parts that I've always had finally start to become my strength in the next 16, 20, 24 months, then my training is just going to progress. My physique's going to progress. My ability to perform is going to progress. So that's the goal. How's the service? Thank you. Yeah. I think another thing with deadlifts, thank you, sir. Thank you. Guys don't do them because when they start working their lower back gets stiff, gets tight, and they don't want to do them, so they neglect them. Shit, missiles. Yeah. Missiles. But that's exactly why you need to do them, because the reason why your lower back's getting stiff and tight is because it's weak. You're not training it. And like I said, I had lower back pain all through rugby, but it's just because I wasn't doing deadlifts and squats. If you're not doing things in the gym that's forcing you to progress, literally forcing you to switch up your training routine, doing an exercise that you feel shit at or uncomfortable at, that's something that you need to do. You need to keep doing it because it's the only way you're going to get better. Look, my form's not perfect with deadlifts, but I know that my lower back is building a lot of strength, and I'm noticing it when I'm running as well. I'm noticing it the more that I train. My lower back's not stiff, it's not tight, it's getting stronger. It's only going to make me a better athlete. All right, let's pick this fucker up. Okay, 2 compound lifts done, back squat, deadlift. Now we're just moving into leg extensions, probably hit this for 3 sets, hamstring curls for 3 sets, and that's probably gonna be it for my legs. Like I said before, I wanna maintain as much strength as possible, especially my legs. I loved lifting weights, right? I love getting jacked and fucking feeling strong, but I also loved running as well. In fact, I probably love running more than weight some days, but obviously the marathon goal is going to take a lot of priority over the next 16 weeks, and you will lose quite a little bit of strength just because you're running so much, and your focus has to be on obviously improving with running. So 1 leg day a week is going to be enough for me, but got to make sure that those leg days are heavy with good intensity so that you're maintaining as much size and strength as possible. If you're training throughout a marathon block, you actually need to lift so much harder with the strength stuff if you're wanting to maintain your physique and your strength. If you just get into the gym and going through the motions in a marathon block, you're never gonna maintain the strength and the size, right? So you gotta up the ante when it comes to weights. That's why guys that shoot for marathon PBs and still look jacked as fuck, I mean, there's not many of them, right? It's hard as fuck to do both. Let's get stuck into these quads. Hey. Fuck. Oh, gotta get out of that fucker. Oh, fucking cunt. Honestly, the burn on this, you can't beat it. I reckon this, and when you're doing core, that burning sensation is by far the worst. We'll go 1 more set. Oh man. Right, I think another thing just to chat about, I'll post a lot more on my YouTube about this as well, but I've been writing letters to myself every single day this year. Journaling is something that I've done probably since I was like 17 or 18. I write about a lot of shit that I think about, that I feel, and things that are kind of going on in my life. I think an important message that I was reaffirming to myself just yesterday, because I speak to a lot of guys every single week that, they want to win, they want to improve their life, they want to get jacked, they want to lose some body fat. They want to win and fucking take charge of their life. Except most men don't really understand what it actually takes to win. And what it takes is you've got to do something challenging. Winning, all it takes is doing something that is difficult every single fucking time. Something that's hard, something that's painful, something that's challenging. That is really where you win. The thing is, most men refuse to do anything challenging. They refuse to do anything that's remotely difficult or hard. Some guys can't even get the fuck up out of bed when their alarm goes off. They wonder why they're not winning. They wonder why they're not looking how they want to look. They wonder why they're not living the life that they want to be living. And it's because they refuse a challenge every single fucking day. And this is the thing about training. You are blessed with challenges every single day. This morning, for example, was a real fucking challenge that I was pushing through. And I dropped out one set. That's still me facing that challenge head on as hard as I possibly can. And I take that challenge with me even right now to this, right? All of these sets and these reps, they're all hard, challenging fucking reps, because when I do this and I put myself in those challenging, uncomfortable positions every single day, you start winning. And you start winning not daily, but the work that I do now will pay next month, will pay in 6 months, will pay in 12 months. The thing that most men don't get, they're not willing to get uncomfortable just right here, right now, to be paid or to start winning next month. And this is why so many men are stuck, because ultimately they just make too many excuses. You've just got to get to the point of understanding, like, nothing in your life is going to go your way. Nothing's going to happen unless you're willing to fucking work for it and fight for it and just push through some pain. That is the only way people win in this world. And the beautiful thing about training is it allows you to challenge yourself, right? This set right here, I don't want to do it, but it's a fucking challenge that I know when I do it, I'm going to win and come out on top. So let's go. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. The legs are copping a beating today. Jesus. Ooh. Fucking hell.
Huh?
I should just be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
6'3", jacked little meathead. But I love running too much. All right, let's finish this off. It's good to be in another gym. I train at TK MMA. I love the outdoor section there on a sunny day, but the equipment sucks. It's old, it's fucking half broken. This equipment here is amazing.
It's heavy. This brand. Watson.
Yeah, Watson's. Really good. Makes such a difference as well. For some reason, how they've built it. Different machines, you can just get a completely different feeling. fucking, that was a gnarly drop set, just to really smoke the hamstrings out. Whew. Done, let's go. All right team, that is the morning session done. What's the time? 20 to 11. So we've been at it since 8 a.m. Big fucking morning. I'm hungry as shit. We'll probably head upstairs, do some recovery, have some food. Refueling for me now is super crucial. Speed up the recovery. Finish off the week strong. It's only Wednesday, so midweek. I'll definitely need a rest tomorrow. Friday, another easy run. Saturday is my long run marathon block. We'll be filming a lot more of the longer marathon style sessions in the next few weeks. But yeah, this is, I guess, week one of the 16-week prep to GC 250. A lot of work to do. I've got to lose a little bit of size. I want to cut down another 2 kgs, but I want to maintain all of my strength and obviously increase my fitness. You would have saw today that I'm a little bit behind where I need to be, and that's the point of training. Understand where you're at, understand where you need to improve on, and just get to work. That's it. Yeah, that's really it. Time to eat, time to relax. I'll take you back home, do a little bit more work, take you through maybe some of the letters that I've been writing. Hopefully it can provide a lot of value to whoever's watching this. And yeah, you can take charge of your life and start dominating. Let's go.